May 23, 1939. 18 miles off Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Wait 40 hours. Lieutenant Commander Charles Bowers Mommsen, 43, submarine squadron commander, stood on the deck of USS Falcon staring at a marker buoy. 240 feet below, USS Squalus lay on the ocean floor. 33 men trapped, 26 already gone in the flooded compartments. Navy doctrine said, wait for weather. Divers can't work past 200 feet. Rescue takes weeks. But Mommsen had spent 11 years preparing for this exact moment. He'd invented equipment everyone called impossible. He'd tested techniques everyone said would fail. What happened in the next 40 hours would prove that impossible dive depths weren't impossible. They just required someone willing to challenge every assumption about what divers could do. By 1939, submarine disasters had become America's nightmare. S-51 sank in 1925. All hands lost. S-4 went down in 1927. Rescuers heard men tapping SOS on the hull for 3 days. Could do nothing. 40 men died listening to their own funeral. Navy doctrine. Submarine rescue beyond 150 feet is impossible. Human body can't handle the pressure. Equipment fails. Accept the losses. Mommsen, a submarine commander himself, refused to accept it. After S-4, he told the Navy, we're killing our own men by waiting. Between 1928 and 1939, he developed 2 inventions. First, the Mommsen lung, a breathing apparatus that let trapped submariners escape on their own, but it only worked in shallow water. Second invention was radical, a diving bell, not for exploration, for rescue, traditional Navy diving. 1 man, hard hat suit, air hose to surface, maximum depth, 180 feet. Time limit, minutes before nitrogen narcosis. 1 diver could maybe attach cables, couldn't bring anyone up. Mommsen's bell, 7 feet tall, 5 feet wide, pear-shaped steel chamber. Could hold 8 people, lowered on cables, sealed directly onto submarine's escape hatch. Navy brass. Crazy, won't work. Too heavy. Too complicated. Waste of money. Mommsen built it anyway, called it the McCann Rescue Chamber, named after another officer who believed in the concept. For 11 years, Mommsen's bell sat unused. Every submarine officer knew it existed. None wanted to need it. May 23, 1939. USS Squalus conducting test dive. Brand new submarine. Sargo class. Pride of the fleet. At 60 feet, main induction valve failed. Supposed to close automatically. Didn't. Engine rooms flooded in seconds. 26 men gone before they knew what happened. Commander Oliver Naquin, Squalus captain, ordered emergency blow. Couldn't fully surface. Bow pointed up at 30 degrees. Stern on bottom, 240 feet deep. 33 men alive in forward torpedo room and control room. Trapped, 927 hours. Squalus released marker buoy. Red smoke flare. Signal, emergency. Sister submarine USS Sculpin saw the smoke. Notified Portsmouth Navy Yard. By 1100 hours, USS Falcon arrived on scene. Rescue ship carried exactly 1 piece of equipment that mattered. Mommsen's diving bell. Mommsen himself flew from New London, Connecticut. Arrived 1600 hours. Weather deteriorating. Seas building. Dive tables said 240 feet is beyond safe working depth. Mommsen studied the situation. Falcon had the bell. But first, someone had to dive. Someone had to swim down through 240 feet of black water. Find the submarine. Attach a cable to the escape hatch. Give the bell something to follow down. Chief Torpedo Man William Batters volunteered. May 23, 1830 hours. Batters went over the side. Standard Navy hard hat, air hose, weighted boots. Descent took 15 minutes. Every 30 feet, pressure doubled. At 200 feet, nitrogen narcosis hit. Mind gets fuzzy. Vision narrows. Divers call it rapture of the deep. You start making mistakes. Batters felt the submarine's deck. Pitch black. Working by feel alone. Found the escape hatch. Attached the downhaul cable. 27 minutes bottom time. Decompression on the way up took 90 minutes. One wrong move, he'd get the bends. Nitrogen bubbles in the blood. Agony. Death. Batters surfaced. Cable attached. Mommsen's turn. The McCann rescue chamber. 10 tons of steel. Never used in actual rescue, only tested in training dives. Engineers worried. Will it seal properly? Will the pressure crack the chamber? Can we control the descent? Mommsen. 33 men are waiting. We go now. May 23rd, 21:30 hours. First dive of the rescue bell. Mommsen rode inside with 3 volunteers. Lieutenant Junior Grade John Longfellow, Chief Metalsmith Orlando Squire, Torpedo Man 2nd Class John Michalowski. Falcon's crew lowered the bell on its cable, following Batter's downhaul line straight to the hatch. Inside the bell, pitch black except for flashlights. Temperature near freezing. Men could hear the cable creaking. Feel the pressure building as they descended. At 240 feet, bump. Contact with submarine. The bell had a hatch in its bottom. Matched the submarine's escape hatch. Theory: flood the bell's lower compartment. Equalize pressure. Open both hatches. Transfer men theory is one thing. Reality is another. Mommsen flooded the lower chamber. Pressure equalized. For 10 seconds, nothing happened. Then, clank. Submarine hatch opened from inside. 7 faces looked up. First time anyone had seen them in 12 hours. Who's first? 7 men plus Mommsen's crew in that chamber. Tight fit. Could only take 7 per trip. Bell's weight limit. First group climbed in. Submarine hatch sealed. Bell hatch sealed. Mommsen purged the water. Began ascent. 0.5 hours round trip. Descent. Loading. Ascent. Decompression. Repositioning. Second trip. Aero 300 hours. May 24th. 7 more men. Third trip. 0630 hours. 7 more. Fourth trip. 1000 hours. Final 7 men, plus Commander Naquin. Captain leaves last May 24th. 1230 hours. 33 men saved. All alive. 0 casualties in the rescue. Time from Squalus sinking to last man on surface. 39 hours, 23 minutes. Traditional Navy rescue doctrine said, impossible at that depth. Would take weeks. Expect losses. Mommsen did it in less than 2 days. 100% survival rate. German Navy studied the Squalus rescue. Their assessment, July 1939 report, American rescue capability exceeds our own by factor of 10. Submarine crews now survivable at depths previously considered fatal. This changes underwater warfare calculations. British Admiralty sent observers, requested Mommsen's chamber designs, built their own version, called it the Davis Submerged Escape Apparatus. What made Mommsen different? He was a submariner who became a diver. He understood both worlds, knew what trapped men needed, knew what surface equipment could provide. Most innovations come from specialists. Mommsen's came from being between specialties, neither pure submariner nor pure diver. The intersection. After Squalus, Navy ordered McCann chambers for every submarine rescue ship. Trained crews, established protocols, made deep water rescue standard procedure. World War II. Dozens of submarines sank, most too deep or too damaged for rescue. But when rescue was possible, Mommsen's system saved lives. USS Tang, 1944. Survived its own torpedo malfunction. Surfaced from 180 feet. Crew used Mommsen lungs. 30 men escaped. 9 survived the swim. Without Mommsen's equipment, 0 would have tried. Mommsen himself became vice admiral. Directed submarine warfare in Pacific. His submarines sank more Japanese tonnage than any other command. He understood underwater warfare like few others because he'd spent years figuring out how to survive it. He rarely spoke about Squalus. Colleagues asked, "How'd you stay calm during the rescue?" Mommsen, "Calm? I was terrified. But 33 men were counting on me." He lived to age 84, died 1967. His rescue chamber was still in service. By then, Navy had used it successfully in 16 submarine emergencies. Squalus itself? Navy salvaged her. Took 4 months. Refloated the submarine. Repaired. Recommissioned as USS Sailfish. Sailfish, December 1943. Torpedoed and sank Japanese escort carrier Chuyo. Over 1,200 aboard. Among those lost, 20 American POWs, survivors from submarine USS Sculpin. The same Sculpin that found Squalus's marker buoy circle closed. The submarine that survived became the submarine that avenged. Commander Naquin, Squalus captain, returned to submarine duty. World War II. Commanded 3 different submarines. Retired 1955, 34-year career. Never forgot the sound of Mommsen's bell clanging onto his escape hatch. Naquin, 1962 interview. I heard that clang. Knew someone actually came. We'd hoped. Didn't dare believe. Then Swede Mommsen opened that hatch. I'll never forget his face. Today, submarine rescue has evolved beyond Mommsen's bell. Deep submergence rescue vehicles, pressurized rescue modules, can reach 2,000 feet, but they all work on Mommsen's principle. Don't wait. Don't accept impossible. Go get them! There's a memorial at Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. 26 names. The men lost in Squalus's aft compartments. Men Mommsen couldn't reach, small plaque below the names. To those who gave their lives. In gratitude to those who saved 33. Visitors ask guides, how'd they save them? Guides tell the story. Commander with crazy bell. First man to prove deep water rescue possible. The lesson isn't about diving bells. It's about refusing to accept impossible. Navy said, can't rescue men at 240 feet. Too deep, too dangerous. Accept the losses. Mommsen said, can't or won't try. He spent 11 years preparing for a disaster he hoped would never happen. When it did happen, he was ready. Next time you face impossible problem, remember, impossible usually means nobody's tried the right way yet. Charles Mommsen didn't invent diving, didn't invent bells, didn't invent submarines. He invented the belief that depth didn't have to be a death sentence, and 33 men came home because he refused to believe the experts.